Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review series videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to open up the windows. It's a little bit... It's warm regardless, but at the very least, maybe this way I'll get a little bit of a cross breeze going on. But anyway, folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Yeah, there it goes. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear a super cool shirt, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, folks? It happens to be my Calva Louise shirt, which it's a very cool shirt. I like this shirt a bunch. What is Calva Louise, though, in case you're unfamiliar? Calva Louise is a band. I believe, if I recall correctly from what they said, they're from the UK, but their members are actually sort of from various countries and stuff. I super loved these people when I went to go see them. They were on tour with a band called Vukovi, and I was actually just there to see a band called Stellar Circuits. And quite frankly, going into the whole thing, I was like, yeah, that's who I'm there to see. That's probably going to be, that'll be it. But no, man, both Vukovi and Calva Louise blew me away. Thought that both their performances were awesome. I obviously like their stuff so much, I went over there, got myself some merch. I also went over there, got some videos of their performance, so in case maybe you're interested in what they're about, I do have those videos on this channel as well, just in case you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction as far as their stuff goes, because I think they're a really awesome band and, super talented and awesome. But anyway, what am I trying for today, folks? What are we doing here? Well, I just got through reviewing some Taco Bell stuff, and at the end of that, I was like, I'd mentioned the fact I got to go get gas, because I was, real low, 5 gallons left until I was empty low, or 5 miles left until I was empty. So I went over there and I got some gas from a gas station. And I go inside and I'm perusing around looking for stuff. And I almost was going to grab this one thing, but I turned a corner and I saw this item and I was like, well, clearly I have to review that. What is it, folks? It happens to be, boom, it's from Oots. It's crab chips. Not just any crab chips, by the way. It is the crab chip. Except no substitutes. These are crab chips with Chesapeake Bay crab seasoning. Do you think you're going to get some, bullshit, B-list Bay seasoning? No, you're getting Chesapeake Bay. That's the Bay of Bays. I guess. I don't know a damn thing about Chesapeake Bay. But I have had some Uts, whatever you want to consider it, or pronounce it. I've had some of their stuff in the past. Typically it's been okay. So, crab chips. Let's get a thing for the thing. It looks like that. Ha 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 ha. Let's try out some crab chips. And I've had, crab-flavored things before. Typically, it's, from Lay's, and it's, from overseas. So it'd be interesting to see, Oots, and their version. Oh, and here's the thing. I gotta mention this. If you watch my channel, you know what's coming. Here's the bag, right? Put the chip back, only one chip. About the size of my head, right? I got a big-ass head, so, Then you go over there and you take it, and you dial it back, and that's how many chips you're actually getting. About half the size of my head. Oh, and it's got a thing on the back. These chips have been the staple of Oots potato chips family for years. We take our famously fresh, crisp potato chips, delicious Chesapeake Bay crab seasoning. You may not be able to enjoy the luxury of crabs by the bay every day, but Oots, yeah, okay. So, crab chips. Wow. That hit differently than I was expecting it to. Lots of flavor. Lots of flavor. Okay. Alright. I have very mixed feelings on this. Way more flavor than I was expecting. That's a plus, kinda. Chip consistency is nice. Oots are sort of they remind me of an older style chip, of a potato chip that I would have eaten when I was growing up. It's the consistency, it's kind of thin. It's got a nice, crispiness to it and everything. But again, sort of a more older style chip. That's all good and well. The flavoring mean, like I said, I don't know shit about Chesapeake Bay. I certainly have never been. I kind of get what they're going for with it. Like, there is sort of like almost an artificial crab kind of flavor to it. But I think it's one of those things where this is one where I think being more subtle with the flavor might have helped it out. Because it's the other spices, the other things that are doing what they're doing, they're just a little bit much. And you really do sort of get whacked in the face with it. So, like, the initial flavor, you get sort of a nice kind of, sort of seasoned crab taste. It's pretty nice. But then almost immediately afterwards, you get hit with sort of the rest of the flavor, which kind of takes away from the crab flavor and leaves just sort of the spice flavor. And I don't know that I'm huge on that. Yeah. This is one of those ones you really got to like what they're doing with it. Because if you don't, it's a bit much. It really kind of hits your tongue. And I don't know, man. Like I said, I've had, crab flavored stuff before. Never like this. This is definitely a unique seasoning. I guess that Chesapeake Bay seasoning. Yeah, I don't know. I'm very kind of here or there on this one. Like, there's parts of it, it's one of those things I could kind of see myself growing to like a little bit as time goes by. But, like, again, the problem is I've had crab chips done by other companies, and I've had it done better where it was more subtle. So you were getting more flavor from the crab, less from, the spices involved. And the crab is really what I want, the extra stuff. The extra spice, by the way, it gives it a little bit almost of a heat. I wouldn't call them spicy chips, but it gives a little bit of a tingle on your tongue. Yeah. For me, I want more crab, a little bit less spice. I think if it had been weighted more that way, I would be really into these, but I think the spice is just a bit too much for me, It overwhelms the experience, and I'm not getting that nice crab flavor the way that I want. Alright. Well, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Nah, probably not, and sure, I guess. For me personally, like I said, I've just had this concept done more to my palate. I'm not going to say better, because I am going to think of these as because I don't think these are bad chips. I don't think these are being presented poorly or anything. I just think they have a very specific flavor profile they're going for with it. And for me personally, as much as I like the idea of it, the execution doesn't work for me the way that I was hoping. I could definitely see why these are like a staple of the Oots. Because I could see some people really enjoying these. But for me personally, I think I would rather, again, go off like maybe one of those foreign Lay's flavors. Maybe the spices are a little bit different, what have you. Maybe the crab flavor is a little bit, more pronounced. Because again, I don't dislike the idea of these. The execution, I wouldn't even go as far as say I dislike them, but I don't need them again. If I'm recommending them, though, these are one of those things where I would say try it. If you run into it, you never had it, seems interesting to you, try it. Because I could see these being a complete coin flip as to whether or not you like it. I'm somebody who I love seafood, I love crab. I am typically going to be down with, something seafood flavored. But, just like with anything, it depends on how it's utilized, where the emphasis is put. For me, it doesn't exactly hit the way I wanted to, but I could see it for other people. Maybe the people of Chesapeake Bay, I don't know. But, yeah, I can't give it a resounding recommendation, but at the same time, I'm not going to tell anybody not to try it. It's one of those things, give it a shot. You may like it, you may not. It's one of those, I think, kind of love it or hate it type of deals. But I do think there's something there. I don't think they're bad chips, just doesn't quite work for me. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there, yourselves are truly crabtastic rest of your life. I'm so disappointed, actually. There's a place kind of by me. It's a little bit of a trip. It's a place called Crab Spice. And they closed down for a while, then they reopened, and I really wanted to get out there one day and try to do a review. I didn't know how I was going to do it because it was just a messy crab boil place, but really wanted to do it. And then just recently I found out that they closed again, which sucks because really nice place. They were called Crab Spice. Final two things. Number one, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me, I know it, I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, here's what I'm going to do. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to roll up the windows on my truck. I'm going to go inside. I'm going to go take a nap. Because I specifically woke up early to go over there and get this, the Mountain Dew Baja Blast Gelato, which that review should be up by now. So if you're interested, go check it out. And after that was all said and done, I was like, I got to get gas. I got to do this. I got to do that. Blah, 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 blah. So I'm done for the day. Hopefully, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you're getting good rest, keeping yourself healthy, all that good stuff. So, bye.